All right, let's get into it. Today, we're talking about the absolute bedrock skill for any engineer, and that's mechanics analysis. Now, this isn't just about crunching numbers. It's about learning a whole new way to see the world, to look at something complex and real and boil it down to a problem you can actually solve. So let's break down the blueprint that makes it all possible. You see a massive structure like this crane. It's just this incredible web of beams and cables and motors all working together under these huge forces. And as a student, looking at that can feel, well, pretty overwhelming. The big question is, where do you even begin to make sense of all that? That's the real magic trick, isn't it? But here's the secret. It's not a magic trick at all. It's not some flash of genius. Engineers have a method, a way of thinking that just cuts through all the noise. It turns that chaotic physical reality into a clear, understandable, and most importantly, solvable problem. It really is all about the process. And that process starts right here, moving from the real world to a simplified model. The core skill we're really talking about is being able to look at a physical thing and create a symbolic representation, an idealized model that we can apply the laws of mechanics to. And that process is built on a foundation of structure, of order. Just like this quote says, the work has to be presented in a logical, orderly way. Now, this isn't just about being neat for your professor. It's about creating a repeatable framework that prevents mistakes and makes sure our designs are safe and reliable, so things don't fall down.
So what is that framework? Well, lucky for us, it's been tested and refined for generations. It's what we can call the engineer's 5-step blueprint, and it's a universal procedure for tackling pretty much any mechanics problem you are ever going to face.
And here it is. It all starts with step 1, actually reading and understanding the problem. I know, right? Then step 2, you organize, and this is the most important part, you draw your diagrams. From there, you apply the principles of physics to build your equations, and then you solve them. And finally, and this is the step that really separates the pros, you do a reality check. You look at your answer and ask, does this actually make sense? Okay, inside that 5-step blueprint, there is one tool that is more critical than any other. It's the absolute star of step 2 and the key that unlocks step 3. It's the free body diagram, or FBD. And honestly, if you can master this one skill, you've already won half the battle. So what is it? A free body diagram is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. You take an object, you conceptually cut it free from everything around it, the ground, any cables, pins, you name it, and you just draw its outline. Then, you add arrows representing every single external force that was acting on it. The FBD is the ultimate idealized model. It forces you to strip away all the visual noise, the colors, the textures, all the irrelevant parts, and focus only on what matters for a mechanics analysis, the body, and the forces. It basically translates a picture into an equation that's just waiting to be solved. Let's make this real. Here we've got a lift boom. It's a heavy piece of machinery, right? It's got its own weight, a hydraulic cylinder pushing on it, a pin holding it in place, and a load at the end. There's a lot going on here. And this is that transformation in action. We represent that entire complex machine as just a simple line. Then we account for every external force. The pin support, which can push or pull in 2 directions, the cylinder pushing along its axis, the boom's own weight, and that final load. And just like that, a physical machine becomes a solvable model. The process for drawing one is simple and methodical. First, you just draw the object's shape, all by itself. Second, you go through and find every single point of contact, or external force, gravity, pushes, pulls, supports, and you draw them as arrows. And third, you label everything, give names to your forces, make a note of what you know, and clearly identify what you don't. Okay, theory is great, but let's put the blueprint into practice. We'll start with a classic, pretty straightforward example, just to see the whole process in action. So here's our setup. A simple weight plate is held perfectly still in equilibrium by 2 cables. The question is pretty simple. What's the tension, the pulling force, in each of those 2 cables? Following our blueprint, the first and most crucial step is to draw that FBD. So we isolate the particle, which in this case is just that single point where all 3 forces meet. Then we draw the forces acting on it. You've got the tension from the left cable pulling away, the tension from the right cable pulling away, and of course, the force of the weight pulling straight down. And just like that, the problem becomes crystal clear. Our FBD gives us everything we need for step 3, which is applying the equations of equilibrium. Since that point isn't moving, all the horizontal forces have to add up to 0, and all the vertical forces have to add up to 0. Now we can write two simple equations and solve for our two unknown tensions. Done.
That was a particle in equilibrium. Pretty good warm-up. But what about a more complex object, a rigid body that could actually rotate? Let's level up our challenge and go back to that lift boom.
Now, the problem is bigger, but the procedure is exactly the same. We need to find the forces that are keeping this boom in equilibrium. And our first step, as always, is to draw the free body diagram.
Okay, let's be really precise as we build this more complex FBD. We isolate the boom. At point A, that pin support is different from a cable. It can create reaction forces in two directions, an X and a Y. The hydraulic cylinder, well, that's a two-force member, which is a fancy way of saying it can only push or pull along its own axis. And finally, we add the known forces, the boom's own weight and the load it's lifting. Now, because this is a rigid body and not just a single point, we get a powerful new tool. The FBD still lets us sum the forces in the X and Y directions to 0, but it also lets us sum the moments, all the rotational forces, about any point to 0. So we get 3 equations, which means we can use them to solve for 3 unknowns. It's the same process, just a little more powerful. So as we wrap up, you can see this isn't just a series of steps you have to memorize for an exam. This is a fundamental shift in how you approach problems. It's all about developing an engineering mindset. So, what's the core of that mindset? First, the free body diagram is always step 1. Always. Second, this entire blueprint is your tool for bringing order to chaos. Third, the FBD is your translator. It turns the physical world into the language of math. And finally, if you can truly master this one skill, you have absolutely built the foundation for everything else that's going to follow in your engineering journey. Look, this blueprint isn't just for solving problems on a page. It's the fundamental tool for designing the entire world around us. You now have the framework for turning ideas into reality. So the only question left is, what will you build?
This video was created by Notebook LM and brought to you by AlJazari. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might find it interesting. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. Stay tuned for more industrial insights, and we'll see you in the next video.